Under the bright lights of the 2025 MotoGP, Marc Marquez reigns supreme as the 8-time world champion, once again making history with his racing prowess. However, a dark shadow has begun to envelop his garage, an invisible curse that ensnares anyone near him. Now, Francesco Bagnaia, the 2-time world champion and Ducati's star rider, must confront this hidden threat. Does Marquez really carry a curse, or is this just a coincidence? Let's discuss. After setting an extraordinary record with 22 consecutive wins, Ducati finally stumbled at Le Mans, a moment that shocked many MotoGP fans. But it was apparently not just a coincidence. At the British MotoGP in Silverstone, Ducati failed to dominate again, as if the shadow of the curse were beginning to haunt the Borgo Panigale manufacturer. Had Yamaha's Fabio Quartararo not experienced a technical failure while leading the race, Ducati might not have reached the podium at all. Marc Marquez, who is currently leading the riders' standings, was fortunate to secure third place. A big drama occurred at the beginning of the race when both he and his younger brother, Alex Marquez, crashed in separate incidents. Fortunately, the red flag saved both of them from 0 results. At the restart, Marc showed his championship mentality by overtaking Franco Morbidelli, GP24, and Alex Marquez to secure third place on the podium. However, he finished 5.9 seconds behind the race winner, Marco Bezzecchi, who performed brilliantly on his Aprilia. Meanwhile, the defending champion, Pecco Bagnaia, suffered a tragic fate. In the middle of the race, Bagnaia crashed, forcing him to finish without earning a single point and extending his poor performance from the MotoGP Le Mans race, where he also failed to earn points in the sprint and main races. The pressure is mounting for Bagnaia and Ducati. Fabio Di Giannantonio, VR46, stressed that Ducati's poor performance at Silverstone was not a sign of a loss of form. Rather, it was the result of several uncontrollable factors: unpredictable track conditions, suboptimal tire selection, and the notoriously challenging Silverstone circuit. Marc crashed, Alex crashed, Frankie Morbidelli crashed, Pecco crashed. I had problems with the brakes, said Ducati, who finished in 10th place. Today, the race was a mess. Many people said that Ducati is declining, but I believe that they will make a strong comeback. It's just a matter of time, not the bike's ability. Despite the disappointing Silverstone result, Ducati took home some positive lessons. He was pleased with the significant improvements to his GP25 setup, developments he believes will benefit him in the next round in Aragon. With renewed enthusiasm, Ducati hopes that Ducati can bounce back and demonstrate their true strength. What makes Marc Marquez's presence so dominant in MotoGP this season? Many observers, including TNT Sports' Michael Laverty, have described Marquez as the conductor of the orchestra in the Ducati pits, not just a rider, but a leader who can unite all elements of his team into a winning symphony. He controls his garage as well as anyone. He's got the best bike on the grid now, and he makes the difference, Laverty said admiringly. Laverty admires not only Marquez's speed on the track but also his ability to command the team, understand the bike's technicalities, and provide clear direction to the mechanics, engineers, and crew chief. Laverty isn't the only one who's impressed. Neil Hodgson, the former Superbike world champion turned MotoGP analyst, also praised Marquez's extraordinary talent. New team, new crew chief, new bike. He's still the best. He joined Pecco's team and garage, where Pecco has had the same crew for years, and his bike is just an evolution of the 2024 model. But Marc, he's dominated, Hodgson said. What Marc has done is no small feat. He came into a team built around a world champion, Francesco Bagnaia, and people who have worked together for years. He immediately emerged as a major force. It's like a new musician joining a big orchestra, grabbing the conductor's baton, and playing grander music than ever before. Marquez proved that although Ducati provides the best bike, the key is still in the hands of the rider. He determines the setup, understands the bike's capabilities, and executes the strategy on the track. Marc's dominance is not only about his riding skills, but also about how he leads the entire team to achieve the best results. He is a true leader and conductor of the Ducati orchestra. The current situation is putting increasing pressure on Francesco Bagnaia. Marquez leads the standings with a 72-point advantage, a significant gap, especially in the modern MotoGP era, which awards points for both the sprint and main races each weekend. With the potential to earn dozens of points in each series, such a large gap indicates Marc's extraordinary dominance as well as an increasingly heavy mental burden for Pecco. Former world champion Neil Hodgson also addressed this pressure. If Enea Bastianini were still on the team, Pecco would feel more comfortable. He would have a teammate to help share the development burden and the pressure. But now, every time Pecco looks at the lap times, he sees that he is 0.2 to 0.4 seconds behind Marc. That is not a small gap, it's a big gap at the MotoGP level. It's stressful, Hodgson said firmly. Furthermore, Hodgson emphasized how challenging it is to study and imitate Marc's riding style. Looking at Marc's data, not everyone can copy what Marc does. He has instincts and the ability to control the bike in extreme conditions. He also has the courage to take risks where other riders don't even dare to look. So even if Pecco or anyone else studies his data and copies his riding lines, that doesn't guarantee they can do it on the track. It takes something more, something that, at the moment, only Marc Marquez has. Amid the enormous pressure currently facing his team, especially defending MotoGP champion Francesco Bagnaia, Gigi Dall'Igna, general manager of Ducati Corse, finally spoke out. In his latest statement, Dall'Igna emphasized that now is not the time to point fingers or look for scapegoats. We have to analyze this in depth, he said in a serious tone. There are no excuses. Everyone in this team, from technicians and mechanics to riders, must work and feel responsible. We must operate as one team, recognizing the great power we have, while remaining humble and not becoming complacent. This statement reflects the seriousness of the situation Ducati is facing. Although they are still the dominant force in the MotoGP paddock, questions have recently been raised about Francesco Bagnaia's performance. What previously felt like easy victories are now increasingly difficult to achieve. Dall'Igna understands that if Ducati does not improve immediately, a big threat is looming. He also highlighted the rise of rivals who are pressuring Ducati from all sides. Marco Bezzecchi took Aprilia to victory in England, Johann Zarco won in France with LCR Honda, and Fabio Quartararo continues to score pole positions on Yamaha. These are all clear signs, Dall'Igna continued. It's positive for MotoGP because it makes the competition more lively. However, it's also a serious warning for us. We must not be complacent just because we are the defending champions. In this increasingly heated atmosphere, Ducati is required to unite more closely than ever. Dall'Igna understands that team mentality is crucial, not only relying on the speed of the bike, but also solidarity and seamless cooperation behind the scenes. All eyes are now on Pecco Bagnaia, the mainstay. However, Dall'Igna emphasized, it's not just Pecco's job to save this season, but the job of the entire Ducati family. History has firmly recorded a fact that is hard to ignore. Whoever Marc Marquez's teammate is, from Dani Pedrosa, Jorge Lorenzo, Pol Espargaro, to Alex Marquez himself, has almost never been able to shine under the shadow of the champion's dominance. They all faced tremendous pressure, and ultimately failed to find their best performance when side by side with Marc. Now, Pecco Bagnaia is in the spotlight. Initially, he appeared to be a bright star on the Ducati team. However, over time, his performance began to decline. The question is whether Ducati can maintain harmony within its team. Share your thoughts in the comments below.